Alright. Is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
What if we're not ready?
Then too bad, preteen. Because we've already started, and the Jaguars are already here.
Jaguars. Welcome to another epic episode of Ralph's Universe, the Reboot. And yes, it's another part 1 of a crossover. And just like with the St. Simon's by the Sea report, part 2 will be on the Ralph Jag Channel. The link to part 2 will be in the description section /info bar of this video.
We put St. Simon's by the Sea on blast, because they deserved it. Now, we need to put Walgreens on blast.
Walgreens is a store where you go to buy stuff. But they are not treating their customers right. They're giving people bad customer service.
And as always, Ralph Jaguar, our research guy, has found out a lot of stuff on the Walgreens company. And we're going to tell you all about it, right here.
Research guy? Really?
Research guy. That is so clever, preteen.
It's an awful lot of info that Ralph found. So, let's go ahead and do this. Walgreens Company, also known as simply Walgreens, was founded in 1901 in Chicago, Illinois, United States by Charles Rudolph Walgreen. It is the largest drug retailing chain in the United States. As of May 31st, 2014, the company operated 8,217 stores in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. The Walgreens headquarters office is in the Chicago suburb of Deerfield, Illinois.
Hold up. His last name is Walgreens?
Walgreen. Naruto. Walgreen.
He named it after himself, and then added the S to it.
How inventive.
Anyways, in 2014, the company agreed to purchase the remaining 55% of Switzerland-based Alliance Boots that it did not already own to form a global business, under the terms of the purchase. The two companies merged to form a new holding company, Walgreens Boots Alliance Incorporated, on December 31st, 2014. Walgreens became a subsidiary of the new company, which retains its Deerfield headquarters and trades on the Nasdaq under the symbol WBA.
Walgreens provides access to consumer goods and services, plus pharmacy, photo studio, health and wellness services in the United States through its retail drug stores. Walgreens Health Services Division, and Walgreens Health and Wellness Division. Walgreens had 8,206 drugstores as of January 31st, 2014. Walgreens runs several online stores, such as Beauty.com, Drugstore.com, and VisionDirect.com.
Walgreens has been around for a long time, and they've had a few incidents with their stores. Actually, they've had a lot of incidents.
And we're going to discuss those incidents now. Brace yourselves, Jaguars. There is a lot of them, but we are only going to discuss about 10 of them here.
10 of them? That's a lot, Rocky.
It's a lot more than 10, Naruto. But we only have time to discuss 10 of them.
If we talk about all of them, we'll be here forever.
Really? Wow. That never occurred to me. Just talk about the major ones. Such a good strategy.
That is so good, Naruto. You're actually catching on.
Amazing. So, amazing.
So, what's that supposed to mean?
Don't worry about it, preteen. It's an inside joke. Anyways, before we get to the incidents of Walgreens, let's have an ad break.
That's a real good ad. By the way, told me that he has something special planned for the RJ Gaming channel, in addition to what's already over there. So, you will want to head over to that channel.
Now, let's talk about some major incidents of Walgreens.
For starters, they don't seem to handle prescriptions the right way. As of June 2008, Walgreens agreed to stop altering prescriptions without physician approval as part of a multi-state agreement to settle allegations of improper billing. Reported by the Knoxville News Sentinel. The report says, and I quote, Walgreens was accused of switching the dosage forms on 3 medications commonly prescribed for Medicaid patients without a doctor approvals in order to boost profits. This resulted in Medicaid programs nationwide paying much more for the medications than they normally would have, according to a press release by the Tennessee Attorney General's office. Walgreen Company agreed to comply with state and federal laws on the matter, plus pay $35 million to the federal government, 42 states and the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico. Unquote. The Chicago Sun-Times reported the compliance agreement will be in effect for 5 years. Walgreens did not admit liability as part of the settlement. The Walgreens website invited users to write reviews of some OTC products such as vitamins and nutritionals, but did not invite users to write reviews of the corresponding Walgreens branded products. A recent revision of the Walgreens website has added the ability to review any product it sells.
And in 2008, in March, there's an allegation of discrimination. Walgreens settled a lawsuit with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC, that alleged the company discriminated against African Americans for $24 million. The settlement was split between the 10,000 African American employees of the company. In the agreement, Walgreens avoided any admission of guilt. The decree, one of the largest monetary settlements in a race case by the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC, provides for the payment of over $24 million to a class of thousands of African American workers in order to comprehensive injunctive relief designed to improve the company's promotion and store assignment practices.
They didn't want to hire black people. Oh geez.
They are now, though.
Also in 2008, Walgreens agreed to pay $35 million to the U.S., 42 states and Puerto Rico for overcharging state Medicaid programs by filling prescriptions with more expensive dosage forms of ranitidine, a generic form of Zantac, and fluoxetine, which is a generic form of Prozac.
In 2009, Walgreens threatened to leave the Medicaid program, the state and federal partnership to provide health insurance coverage to the poor, in Delaware, over reimbursement rates. Walgreens was the largest pharmacy chain in the state and the only chain to make such a threat. The state of Delaware and Walgreens reached an agreement on payment rates and the crisis was averted.
And there was yet another incident in 2010. Walgreens stopped accepting Medicaid in Washington state, leaving its 1 million Medicaid recipients unable to get their prescriptions filled at these 121 stores. So, are you keeping up with us, Jaguars? This is important stuff, you know.
They're keeping up. You ain't gotta worry about that. Our Jaguars always keep up.
Act Ollie, preteen. It's you that we have to worry about, not keeping up.
You're the one that's lost. Goof.
How you figure that? Know what you're saying before the words come out of your mouth, preteen.
Well, speaking of words, you might want to choose yours carefully, because I won't hesitate to rise up on your ass.
You really want to go there? We all watch the show, and we know that you don't have the juice to take me on.
Anytime, big goof.
Alright, that's enough out of you two. Both of you Narutoes need to pipe down. This is an important subject. People are being screwed over by Walgreens. We cannot have bickering going on here. So, right now, It's time for another ad break. And we're back.
And we'll get on with the shadiness of Walgreens.
In September 2011, Walgreens settled a lawsuit with the EEOC, which claimed that a store improperly terminated a worker with diabetes for eating a package of the store's food while working to stop a hypoglycemia attack.
Also in 2011, Walgreens announced it would end its relationship with Express Scripts, a prescription benefits manager, a coalition of minority groups, led by Al Sharpton's National Action Network. Sent letters urging CEO Gregory Wasson to reconsider. Groups sending letters were National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference, the Congress of Racial Equality, Hispanic Leadership Fund and others. On July 19, 2012, Walgreens and Express Scripts announced a multi-year pharmacy network agreement that includes race and terms under which Walgreens would participate in the broadest Express Scripts retail pharmacy network available to new and existing clients as of September 15, 2012.
Alright, Jaguars. We need you all to brace yourselves for this one. Because it is a doozy. It's about a lawsuit that Walgreens was involved in 2012.
Another lawsuit. Exactly how big is this lawsuit?
Big. Bigger than you, preteen. In January of 2012, Walgreens was named in a lawsuit by the Union Food and Commercial Workers Unions and Employers Midwest Health Benefits Fund in the Northern District Court of Illinois. The suit alleges Walgreens and Par Pharmaceuticals violated the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. At least 2 widespread schemes to overcharge for generic drugs. The lawsuit alleges drugstore chain Walgreens and generic pharmaceutical maker Par established a partnership in which Par manufactured and/or marketed generic versions of antacids, Zantac, and antidepressant Prozac in dosage forms that weren't subject to private and governmental reimbursement limitations. It further said Walgreens purchased those dosage forms from Par at a cost substantially higher than the widely prescribed dosage forms, and then systematically and unlawfully filled its customers' prescriptions with Par's more expensive products, rather than the inexpensive dosage forms that were prescribed by physicians,
So that Walgreens' profits would increase.
Wow. A well-calculated scam. So they would make more money.
Yeah, but the only thing is, they got caught, and they got sued for it. Here's another situation. In September 2012, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, accused Walgreens of endangering public safety and barred the company from shipping oxycodone and other controlled drugs from its Jupiter, Florida distribution center. The DEA said the Walgreens failed to maintain proper controls to ensure it didn't dispense drugs to addicts and drug dealers. The DEA also said that 6 of Walgreens' Florida pharmacies ordered in excess of 1 million oxycodone pills a year. In contrast, in 2011, the average pharmacy in the U.S. ordered 73,000 oxycodone tablets a year according to the DEA. One Walgreens pharmacy located in Fort Myers, Florida, ordered 95,800 pills in 2009, but by 2011 this number had jumped to 2.2 million pills in 1 year. Another example was a Walgreens pharmacy located in Hudson, Florida, a town of 34,000 people near Clearwater, that purchased 2.2 million pills in 2011, the DEA said. Immediate suspension orders are in action taken when the DEA believes a registrant, such as a pharmacy or a doctor, is an imminent danger to the public safety. All DLSMCs have an obligation to ensure the medications are getting into the hands of legitimate patients, said Mark Kerrville, DEA Special Agent in charge of Miami Field Division. When they choose to look the other way, patients suffer and drug dealers prosper. The Jupiter, Florida Distribution Center, which opened in 2001, is one of 12 such distribution centers owned by Walgreens. Since 2009, Walgreens' Jupiter facility has been the single largest distributor of oxycodone in the state of Florida. The DEA said, over the past 3 years, its market share has increased, and 52 Walgreens are among the top 100 oxycodone purchasers in the state. That's what the DEA said. In common with other U.S. pharmacies, a major exception is CVS Pharmacy. Walgreens stocks tobacco products for sale to the public. Some campaigners in the U.S. advocate the removal of tobacco from pharmacies due to the health risks associated with smoking, and the apparent contradiction of selling cigarettes alongside smoking cessation products and asthma medication. Walgreens and other pharmacies who continue to sell tobacco products have been subject to criticism, and attempts have been made to introduce regional bans on the practice, notably by the city and county of San Francisco. Walgreens defends its tobacco sales policy by reasoning that through selling tobacco in its outlets, it is more readily able to offer to customers advice and products for quitting smoking.
That's an awful lot of incidents.
Walgreens has been around for all this time, and you didn't know that all this was going on with them, did you?
But they know now.
And all of this was researched by and discovered by Ralph Jaguar. And he got this info from wikipedia.com. And of course, the link is in the description section /info bar of this episode of The Reboot. And that will do it for our part of this.
Part 2 of Why Walgreens Suck Big Time will be on the Ralph Jag Channel. There, Ralph Jaguar will tell you all about the customers' complaints about Walgreens. And there's a lot of them. And Ralph got those complaints from the website, Walgreens, Complaints and Reviews. Walgreens.pissconsumer.com.
The link is in the description section of this episode of The Reboot. Alright. Even though we argued, we still got our job done.
And we'll always get our job done. We gave you the inside hard facts of Walgreens. Now, the rest is up to Ralph. He'll finish the job. The link to part 2 of this is in the info bar of this episode. You can head there, now.
Go get 'em, Ralph. Rip Walgreens a new one.